Every heart carries invisible maps. Places we still visit in silence, people we still talk to in our heads, lessons we wish we'd learned sooner. These aren't just stories. They're reflections of how our minds and emotions shape who we become. Here are 15 deeply human psychological truths about love, behavior, and healing. 1. You don't fall out of love. You outgrow the version of yourself that loved them. Love isn't just an emotion. It's a mirror. It reflects who you were at a specific moment in time. When you grow, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, you sometimes outgrow the relationship that once made sense. You wake up one day realizing it's not that the love is gone. It's that you've changed. What once felt like oxygen now feels like a cage. It's not betrayal to walk away from what no longer fits. It's evolution. Love teaches you who you are, and sometimes that lesson ends when you finally recognize your worth. 2. The brain confuses attachment with love. Attachment says, I need you to feel okay. Love says, I want you to be okay, even if it's not with me. The difference is subtle but life-changing. When your brain bonds through pain or dependency, it mistakes that emotional chaos for passion. It's why toxic connections feel addictive. You're not drawn to the person, you're addicted to the feeling of relief that comes when they stop hurting you. True love doesn't exhaust your nervous system. It steadies it. 3. Sometimes you don't heal because you keep telling the same story. Every time you replay what happened, your brain relives it. Neurons that fire together, wire together, so every mental rerun strengthens the emotional memory. Healing starts when you change the story's meaning, not when you erase it. Instead of, they ruined me, tell yourself, they taught me boundaries. The brain doesn't care about truth. It believes what you repeat most. So choose to repeat peace. 4. Your subconscious chooses people based on familiarity, not desire. That's why you keep dating the same type. You're not attracted to them. You're comfortable with the emotional landscape they recreate. Your subconscious seeks what it knows, even when it hurts, because predictability feels safer than uncertainty. That's why healthy love feels boring at first. It's unfamiliar. The key is learning to associate peace with safety, not chaos with excitement. 5. Your body remembers what your mind forgets. You may not consciously think about the betrayal, but your body does. It remembers through tight shoulders, sudden fatigue, shallow breaths, or anxiety around certain words. Trauma doesn't live in memory, it lives in muscle. That's why healing isn't just therapy. It's movement, breath, stillness, and touch. Your body needs to unlearn what your mind keeps reliving. 6. When you ignore your feelings, they find other ways to speak. Suppressed emotions don't disappear. They disguise themselves. Sadness becomes anger. Fear becomes control. Loneliness becomes overworking. The emotion doesn't vanish. It just changes costumes until you finally pay attention. Healing means tracing those disguises back to their roots and letting yourself actually feel what you've been avoiding. That's when emotions stop being enemies and start becoming messages. 7. Sometimes the one who loves less controls more. In relationships, the person with the least emotional investment often holds the most power. When one partner is willing to walk away and the other isn't, balance dies. This dynamic creates a cycle of pursuit and withdrawal that mimics passion but breeds anxiety. Real connection only begins when both sides risk vulnerability equally. The point of love isn't to win, it's to meet in the middle. 8. Emotional maturity is learning to sit with discomfort without escaping. Most people avoid pain like it's poison. They run to distractions, new relationships, scrolling, food, work, anything to not feel. But healing means sitting in the ache long enough to understand it. You start realizing the pain was never there to destroy you. It was there to introduce you to yourself. Emotional maturity isn't about staying calm. It's about staying present when everything hurts. 9. You teach people how to love you by how you love yourself. Every time you accept less than you deserve, you send a silent message. This is all I'll take. Boundaries are self-respect made visible. The way you speak about yourself, the way you enforce limits, the way you respond to mistreatment. All of it shapes how others treat you. You can't demand from others what you refuse to give yourself. 10. Sometimes you're not addicted to them. You're addicted to the hope that they'll change. Hope can be as addictive as any drug. You keep forgiving, waiting, believing that this time they'll finally understand your worth. But they won't. Because they don't need to. As long as you keep staying, you're teaching them that they can hurt you without consequence. Love without boundaries isn't love. It's self-abandonment disguised as loyalty. 11. Your inner child shows up in every relationship you have. The child in you still fears rejection, craves validation, and seeks comfort in familiar patterns. That's why adult love often mirrors childhood dynamics, the way your parents spoke, ignored, or embraced you. Healing means reparenting yourself, giving that younger version of you the safety and tenderness they never received. Only then can your adult self stop mistaking pain for connection. 12. Forgiveness doesn't mean reconciliation. You can forgive someone and never speak to them again. Forgiveness isn't reopening a door. It's removing the emotional debt from your heart. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to feel it. You forgive to free yourself, not to validate them. Closure isn't an apology. It's the day you stop needing one. 13. Sometimes moving on looks like doing nothing. Healing isn't always about action. Sometimes it's just sitting in your room, letting the ache wash over you without trying to fix it. It's realizing that time won't heal you, presence will. You heal the moment you stop asking, "When will this end?" and start whispering, "I can survive this." Stillness is not stagnation, it's rebirth in slow motion. 14. Your love language is often what you lacked most growing up. If you crave words of affirmation, you likely grew up unheard. If you long for touch, you probably grew up untouched. The way you want love is shaped by the voids in your childhood. Once you recognize that, love stops being a desperate plea and becomes a conscious choice. You no longer seek someone to complete you. You seek someone to share wholeness with. 15. Healing isn't becoming a new person. It's returning to who you were before you learned to hide. You were born whole, curious, and unafraid. Then the world taught you to shrink, to be polite instead of honest, cautious instead of bold, numb instead of vulnerable. Healing isn't adding new layers. It's peeling back the ones that never belonged to you. Every time you let yourself feel again, you come home to yourself a little more. That's not weakness, that's freedom. 16. Sometimes you're not lost. You're just in a season of redefinition. There are moments in life when nothing feels like it fits anymore. Your dreams, your habits, even your reflection. That's not failure. It's rebirth disguised as confusion. The mind panics when it outgrows its old identity, because comfort always resists transformation. But what feels like falling apart is really you rearranging into who you were always meant to become. Growth isn't loud. It's the quiet decision to stop pretending you're still the same person. 17. You don't always miss the person, you miss the possibility. When love ends, what hurts most isn't just their absence. It's the collapse of the future you imagined together. The vacations, the conversations, the soft mornings that will never come. Your brain mourns the story it wrote, not the reality that existed. That's why closure feels impossible. Because you're not grieving what was, you're grieving what could have been. Letting go means releasing both the person and the fantasy they represented. 18. Sometimes kindness isn't a gift, it's a shield. People who smile the most often learned early that peacekeeping was survival. They soothe others to avoid conflict. They give to feel safe. Their empathy is beautiful, but it's also armor. They're not just being kind. They're trying to control chaos before it starts. Real healing begins when kindness comes from choice, not fear. When you can finally say no and still feel like a good person. 19. The mind confuses peace with emptiness. If you grew up in chaos, calm feels uncomfortable. You'll catch yourself thinking something's wrong simply because nothing's falling apart. That's not boredom. That's your nervous system detoxing from survival mode. It's learning that stillness doesn't mean danger, and quiet isn't punishment. Give yourself time. What feels like emptiness now will one day feel like home. 20. You're not too much. You're just too honest for people who hide. You speak directly, feel deeply, and refuse to water yourself down. The wrong people will call that intense, but the right ones will call it real. Sensitivity isn't weakness. It's awareness turned up too high for those still sleeping through life. Never shrink to make others comfortable. Your depth is proof you've lived. 21. Sometimes you chase love because you never learned to rest in it. When affection feels unfamiliar, you sabotage it. You test it, question it, push it away. That's because safety feels foreign to someone raised on inconsistency. Your mind keeps waiting for the rug to be pulled, for the warmth to vanish. But love that stays won't vanish when you stop performing. It will meet you in the quiet and whisper, "You're still enough." 22. You can feel homesick for a person. It's not just nostalgia, it's neurochemistry. When you bond deeply, your brain releases oxytocin, the same chemical that creates attachment between a child and parent. When that bond breaks, your body reacts like it's been abandoned. The ache in your chest is real. It's biology grieving a connection it can't chemically forget overnight. That's why healing takes time. You're not crazy. You're detoxing from love. 23. The strongest connections aren't built on constant communication, but constant understanding. Some people don't need daily text to feel close. Their connection runs deeper, through trust, through knowing, through quiet recognition. Real bonds exist even in silence, because understanding doesn't fade with distance. You know someone truly gets you when they don't need words to feel your presence. 24. Sometimes you dream about them because your mind is trying to finish the conversation. Dreams are where the brain files emotional, unfinished business. That's why you still see their face even when you've stopped thinking about them consciously. The mind replays what it couldn't process awake. It's not fate, it's healing in disguise. Once your emotions accept the ending, they stop visiting your dreams for closure. 25. You don't outgrow love, you outgrow the need to be saved by it. We're taught that love will fix us, fill us, make life meaningful. But real peace doesn't come from being completed. It comes from being understood. When you finally stop expecting someone else to rescue you, love becomes freedom instead of dependency. You stop craving intensity and start craving stability. That's not losing passion, that's gaining peace. 26. Sometimes you stay busy to avoid the quiet truth. Productivity is a socially acceptable form of escape. When you can't sit alone with your thoughts, you fill the silence with work, noise, or goals. But the truth you're avoiding waits patiently in the stillness. You can't heal what you won't hear. When you finally slow down, that's when the real work begins. Because silence doesn't lie. 27. Not every connection is meant to last. Some are just meant to shift you. Certain people enter your life not to stay, but to awaken something. They change how you see yourself, how you love, how you value your peace. When they leave, it's not tragedy. It's completion. Some chapters aren't meant to be continued. They're meant to be understood. Growth means thanking them silently and walking forward lighter. 28. Sometimes your standards aren't too high. Your past just taught you too little. When you've been through emotional scarcity, you mistake survival crumbs for love. The moment you set real standards, people will say you've changed, and they'll be right. You're no longer starving. You've learned that real love won't make you beg, doubt, or shrink. Standards don't make you demanding. They make you healed. 29. You can feel both grateful and grieving at the same time. The world likes to simplify emotions, happy or sad, broken or healed. But truth lives in duality. You can miss someone and still know they weren't right for you. You can love your new life and still ache for your old one. Growth doesn't erase the past. It just teaches you how to carry it differently. 30. Healing isn't about becoming who you were before. It's about becoming who you needed back then. You can't go back to the innocent version of yourself before the heartbreak, the betrayal, the loss. But you can become the person who would have protected that version. The one who says, "You deserved better, and I'll make sure you never forget that again." Healing isn't returning, it's rewriting. You don't rebuild the same self. You build the wiser one who finally feels safe to exist. We often think we know why people behave the way they do. But the truth is, human actions are guided by deep, hidden forces. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to stay updated on powerful psychological insights that can transform the way you understand relationships, love, and human behavior. 1. The way you touch your partner can reveal how you feel about them. Physical touch is a powerful nonverbal cue that communicates affection, intimacy, and trust. How you touch your partner, whether it's a simple touch on the arm, a comforting hug, or a passionate kiss, sends strong signals about your emotional connection. Positive, gentle touch can reinforce feelings of love and security, while a lack of touch can create distance or tension in a relationship. Touch helps build trust and deepen the bond between partners, playing a key role in emotional intimacy. 2. The way couples handle conflict reflects the strength of their relationship. Conflict is inevitable in any relationship. But how you handle it matters more than the conflict itself. Couples who approach disagreements with respect, calmness, and a willingness to compromise tend to have stronger, longer-lasting relationships. On the other hand, couples who engage in hostile or defensive behaviors can experience relationship erosion. Effective conflict resolution creates a foundation of mutual respect and reinforces trust, helping couples stay connected even during tough times. 3. Shared lifestyle choices can create deeper connections. When couples have similar habits, interests, and lifestyles, it strengthens their emotional bond. Whether it's maintaining a similar sleep schedule, eating meals together, or sharing a fitness routine, having shared experiences and routines creates a sense of unity. Couples who align on lifestyle choices tend to have a stronger connection because they feel more synchronized and in tune with one another. These common practices foster deeper emotional intimacy and a sense of togetherness. 4. Lovers who support each other's growth experience greater satisfaction. In a healthy relationship, personal growth is just as important as romantic connection. When both partners actively encourage each other's goals, ambitions, and self-improvement, they experience higher levels of relationship satisfaction. Supporting your partner's growth doesn't just benefit them. It also strengthens the relationship by creating an environment of mutual respect, understanding, and shared aspirations. A relationship where both partners grow together is more likely to thrive in the long term. 5. Physical affection can improve mental health and well-being. Acts of physical affection, such as hugging, cuddling, or even just holding hands, can significantly improve your emotional health. Physical contact increases oxytocin levels, which help reduce stress, anxiety, and feelings of loneliness. It also fosters feelings of love, security, and attachment. The more affectionate you are with your partner, the stronger the emotional bond becomes. Regular physical affection strengthens your relationship and promotes mental well-being. 6. People who share similar values have more stable relationships. Having aligned values is crucial for relationship stability. When couples share similar beliefs about important issues, such as family, finances, and life goals, they are more likely to experience harmony and long-term success. Differences in values can lead to conflict, frustration, and misunderstandings. Couples who understand and respect each other's values create a stronger foundation for their relationship, reducing the potential for significant disagreements. 7. Couples who encourage each other's passions have a deeper connection. A healthy relationship is built on mutual encouragement and support. When partners help each other pursue their passions, whether they are career-related or personal hobbies, it creates a strong sense of teamwork and admiration. Encouraging your partner to chase their dreams shows that you value their individuality and want to see them succeed. This support strengthens emotional bonds and fosters a deeper connection, as both partners feel valued and respected. 8. Communicating your needs is essential for a healthy relationship. In any relationship, it's vital to communicate your needs clearly and openly. Whether it's emotional support, physical affection, or personal space, expressing what you need helps prevent misunderstandings and unmet expectations. When both partners feel comfortable discussing their needs, it creates a more balanced and fulfilling relationship. Avoiding communication or expecting your partner to just know can lead to frustration and emotional distance. 9. Shared humor can make your relationship more resilient. Humor is more than just fun in a relationship. It can also help you navigate challenges and bond over difficult moments. Couples who share a similar sense of humor tend to handle stress and conflict more effectively. Laughing together creates a sense of camaraderie and reduces tension. It reminds partners to take things lightly, which can be essential for overcoming obstacles. Humor strengthens relationships by fostering a positive, relaxed atmosphere where both partners feel supported and appreciated. 10. A relationship that emphasizes individuality can be more successful. While closeness and intimacy are key in a relationship, maintaining your individuality is just as important. When both partners are allowed the space to pursue their own interests, hobbies, and friendships, it helps prevent feelings of dependence or suffocation. A relationship that supports each individual's growth and independence creates a balanced dynamic where both partners can thrive as individuals and as a couple. This balance leads to a healthier, more fulfilling connection. 11. The way you handle time apart can indicate how strong your relationship is. Spending time apart can be a healthy part of a relationship. But how you handle this time apart can reveal a lot about your emotional connection. Couples who trust each other and respect each other's need for personal space are often more secure and happier in the relationship. If you feel comfortable being apart from your partner, it shows that the relationship is strong enough to withstand time apart, and that both individuals feel secure and valued. 12. Showing affection in public can strengthen your connection. Public displays of affection, like holding hands, kissing, or simply standing close to each other, can enhance the emotional bond between partners. These acts of affection signal to others that you are a united couple, which boosts feelings of pride and happiness. Public affection also reinforces the sense of safety and connection between partners. It's a way to demonstrate love and commitment to each other, creating a shared sense of belonging. 13. The first year of a relationship is crucial for long-term success. The first year of a relationship is often the most transformative and telling. During this time, you begin to truly understand each other's personalities, habits, and values. The way you navigate challenges and communicate in this early stage can set the tone for the rest of the relationship. Building a strong foundation during the first year through open communication, trust, and shared experiences increases the chances of long-term success and happiness. 14. Honesty is the foundation of trust in a relationship. Honesty plays a pivotal role in building trust. When both partners are open, transparent, and truthful, it creates a secure and safe environment where love can flourish. Lying, even about small things, can erode trust and create distance between partners. On the other hand, honest communication strengthens the emotional bond and allows both individuals to feel secure and understood in the relationship. 15. The way you support each other's emotional needs can make your relationship last. Every person has unique emotional needs, and how you support your partner in meeting those needs can make or break a relationship. Whether it's offering a listening ear, giving a hug when needed, or providing reassurance during stressful times, emotional support is essential for maintaining a healthy relationship. When you understand and respond to each other's emotional needs, it fosters a deeper connection and creates a solid foundation for long-term happiness. 16. Your attitude toward your partner's family can impact your relationship. How you feel about your partner's family can influence the dynamic of your relationship. While it's normal to have differing opinions, how you handle those differences is crucial. Couples who work together to navigate family tensions or differences in opinion tend to have stronger relationships. Support from both partners when dealing with family issues creates a sense of unity and reinforces the relationship. Mutual respect for each other's families often translates into a stronger, more harmonious bond. 17. People in happy relationships practice gratitude more frequently. Gratitude is a powerful tool in nurturing a healthy relationship. Couples who express appreciation for each other, whether it's through small gestures, words, or acts of kindness, report higher levels of satisfaction and happiness. Gratitude helps both partners feel valued and strengthens emotional intimacy. Saying thank you for the little things and acknowledging your partner's efforts creates a positive, supportive atmosphere that fosters long-term connection and fulfillment. 18. Couples who share the same sense of humor are more likely to last. Humor is not just a fun way to pass the time. It's an important ingredient in a lasting relationship. Couples who can laugh together tend to have stronger emotional connections. Shared humor creates a bond that helps couples handle stress and conflict more effectively. It lightens the mood, reduces tension, and provides a way to navigate challenging situations. When partners can find joy in each other's company and share a laugh, it deepens their emotional bond. 19. You're more likely to fall for someone who shares your values and beliefs. Research shows that individuals are more likely to fall in love with someone who shares their core values and beliefs. This alignment creates a deeper sense of connection and understanding, making it easier to relate to each other. Couples with similar values are more likely to have long-term success because they share a similar vision for the future. When you and your partner are on the same page, it fosters stability and trust, allowing the relationship to grow stronger. 20. The first 3 months of a relationship are crucial for its success. The initial stages of a relationship are the foundation for everything that follows. During the first 3 months, couples are still getting to know each other and adjusting to each other's habits, preferences, and quirks. How you navigate these early challenges and build communication during this time significantly impacts the relationship's future success. This period sets the tone for your connection and determines whether the relationship will progress or falter. 21. Partners who complement each other's strengths make a stronger team. In healthy relationships, couples often complement each other's strengths and weaknesses. This doesn't mean that one person is better than the other. Rather, it's about finding balance. When partners support each other's strengths, whether it's one person being a great listener while the other is a problem solver, it creates a balanced dynamic that allows both people to thrive. This mutual support system strengthens the relationship and helps both partners feel appreciated and valued. 22. You can fall in love with someone you trust, even if the physical attraction isn't immediate. While physical attraction often plays a significant role in the early stages of love, emotional connection and trust are just as important. People often fall in love with those they trust deeply and share emotional intimacy with, even if the physical attraction wasn't immediate. Emotional safety, shared values, and mutual respect create a foundation for love that goes beyond superficial attraction. As trust builds, so does emotional closeness, which deepens the romantic bond. 23. Your brain literally lights up when you look at someone you love. Studies have shown that when you look at someone you love, certain areas of your brain become activated. These brain regions are associated with pleasure, reward, and emotional attachment. This explains the rush of excitement or warmth you feel when gazing at your partner. The neurological response to love is deeply ingrained, and it's this activation that reinforces the emotional connection and the desire to stay close to the person you love. 24. Couples who regularly date each other experience higher satisfaction. No matter how long you've been together, it's important to continue dating your partner. Couples who make an effort to regularly go out on dates, whether it's a dinner, movie night, or a fun activity, tend to feel more connected. These dates help break up the routine, create new shared experiences, and reignite the spark in the relationship. Regular dating fosters emotional intimacy, keeps things exciting, and strengthens the bond between partners. 25. Expressing affection helps to resolve relationship conflicts. In the heat of a disagreement, expressing affection can diffuse tension and create space for resolution. Whether it's a reassuring touch, a kiss, or a simple gesture of kindness, Showing affection in the midst of conflict reminds both partners that the relationship is more important than the issue at hand. Affection helps to soften defensive walls and encourages openness, making it easier to address the problem and find a solution together. 26. Couples who discuss money matters openly tend to have fewer conflicts. Money is one of the most common sources of conflict in relationships. Couples who discuss their finances openly and honestly are more likely to avoid misunderstandings and financial stress. When both partners are on the same page about spending, saving, and financial goals, it reduces the potential for disputes and promotes a sense of security. Open financial communication fosters trust and ensures that both partners feel heard and respected in financial matters. 27. Being in a loving relationship can improve your sleep. Couples in supportive, loving relationships tend to experience better sleep quality. Emotional security and physical closeness at bedtime, such as cuddling or holding hands, help release oxytocin, the hormone associated with relaxation and bonding. This hormone reduces stress and anxiety, making it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. When you feel loved and supported, your sleep improves, which in turn enhances overall well-being and emotional health. 28. Long-lasting love is built on mutual respect, not perfection. While passion and chemistry may bring people together, it's mutual respect that keeps a relationship strong. Respect involves honoring each other's individuality, boundaries, and opinions, even when they differ. Couples who treat each other with kindness, consideration, and understanding are more likely to have a successful relationship. Respect allows both partners to feel valued, heard, and appreciated, creating a foundation for long-lasting love. 29. Being grateful for your partner can improve your relationship. Gratitude isn't just important for happiness. It's essential for relationship satisfaction. Couples who express gratitude toward each other, even for small things, report higher levels of happiness. Whether it's thanking your partner for their support, a thoughtful gesture, or simply being there. Expressing gratitude fosters a positive relationship dynamic. This appreciation reinforces the emotional bond and helps both partners feel valued and understood. 30. A strong relationship can help you handle stress better. Being in a loving, supportive relationship can actually help you manage stress more effectively. Partners who offer emotional support during difficult times help reduce stress and anxiety. Having someone you can rely on during tough moments creates a sense of safety and security, making it easier to cope with challenges. When you know you have a supportive partner by your side, it increases your resilience and ability to handle life's ups and downs.